Alright people, well we got two more studies coming out in the last few weeks on fluoride, which I've been telling you is poison. I actually got my own fluoride filter that filters like 90% of the fluoride out of the water. It's very, in the water, the one thing is, when you filter the water through the filter I have, Brita's not gonna filter out the fluoride probably, A lot of these mainline filters, claim that, oh, you're gonna get clean water. No, you're not gonna get clean water, people. In the filter I have, they don't, you don't see Brita say, oh, we're going to remove the fluoride. If you really want to be a legitimate filter, remove things like the fluoride. But anyway, the filter that I have, it actually tastes a lot fucking better, too. The water tastes great. It tastes awesome. It's a clearly filtered water filter. It's a very, very good filter there. So go, it was like $60. It's worth it. Go buy it. So the first article we're going to go over here is from the Daily Mail. And the title is Fluoride in Water is Linked to Thyroid Problems Which Causes Weight Gain, Depression, and Tiredness, Study Claims. So, there's your first article there. And there you go. Linked to thyroid problems. And, there's been numerous studies on the negative effects on fluoride. And here's just another one. Another study linking fluoride to a negative health effect here. And it's ridiculous how the public doesn't care. The public does not care that they are poisoning themselves. And it's great though. This is great. The myth that fluoride cleans your teeth and doesn't do anything bad to you is falling apart in the mainstream news. Even this is like the first time though that I've really seen all the major news sites linked to this study. So the myth that fluoride is great for you is falling apart. Let's bring this down. Let's bring down this myth, and let's destroy all these people who put fluoride in the water to poison us. So let me get to the next one here. This one is from Newsweek.com. Water fluoridation linked to higher ADHD rates. So it just fucks you up, people. And ever since that I've, stopped, at least greatly limited the amounts of things like high fructose corn syrup or GMOs or fluoride that I put in my body, I feel much better. I used to fall asleep all the time. I used to be tired a lot when I didn't get a lot of sleep, but I feel a lot better. Like I could stay up a lot longer, function on less sleep. So yeah, for me, transforming my life and being healthy has really helped me feel better. And that's one thing about it too. If you cut all this horrible shit out of your life, you're gonna feel a lot better. So and especially if you're doing a lot of it beforehand, you're gonna feel much like I was even before I stopped eating GMOs for the most part. I was still a pretty healthy person I think, as compared to everybody else. So, if you're eating a bunch of shit right now, the effects will probably be dramatic. So, again, just two more studies in the mainstream news linking fluoride to horrible things. ADHD and thyroid problems, which cause depression, tiredness, and shit. And I believe it was hyperthyroidism, it said in there too, somewhere. But, there you go. And you're just going to keep drinking your fucking tap water and say, oh yeah, it helps my teeth. And there's actually been studies that I've seen in the NIH where it says that after they take the fluoride out of the water, the dental health actually improves in the city. So, I don't even, it might, I'm not a doctor or anything, but, I don't even think it does, even if it does help you with your teeth a little bit, that is nowhere near, the negative effects are way more than the positive effects. So, this is just another example of, mainstream media admitting that fluoride is bad for you. But the public just doesn't care. They're just going to keep drinking their tap water. Keep drinking it like the good slaves they are to the system. So I just wanted to tell you guys about those two new articles there. I'll put them in the description. Go look them up. And when you discover the truth, I mean, it's really enlightening, and it's really a great feeling to know that you are not a slave to the system, and that you are fighting the fluoride in the water, and you are getting it out of the water, at least 90% of it out of the water. So, in my case, so there you go, people. You know, let's bring down the lies of fluoride. You know, the lies that fluoride is actually good for you. You know, and even mainstream news is finally admitting this. You know, hopefully studies will continue to show that fluoride is bad for you, and it will be exposed that fluoride is not good for you. And even if it was good for you, you can't be like, oh, we're going to give a 2-year-old kid this much fluoride, you know, but an adult, you know, it's like you can't mass medicate a public. You can't, you know, say, oh, this is the right amount for a 10-year-old, this is the right amount for, you know, it's impossible to see how much they take in. So that's where I'm wondering about, you know, like, with medications, it's usually a specific amount. But what if somebody drinks not a lot of fluoride, and one person drinks, you know, a bunch of water? You know, it's gonna, you know, the water you drink is going to, you know, in some cases be a lot greater. So I mean, how do you, and when you drink water too, I mean, I'm no expert, but like a lot of times, even if you drink it, like you don't swish it around in your mouth. So, you know, I don't know about fucking fluoride helping your teeth. I know it has a lot of negative effects on your body, causes cancer, thyroid problems, ADHD. So there you go, people. Just 2 more studies exposing fluoride as a fraud. So there you go, people.